Welcome back to World of Warships Legends. You are back on the slightly above average ship review channel, and we are doing another slightly above average ship review of what I consider to be the best Tier 7 destroyer in the game, the Lightning. And I know you're wondering why. I just did a review of the Lightning on Monday. Well, that video footage came from before the 726 update. We are on shards. It is a domination match. And in this match, we're going to see some changes to the game, changes that have been made that I believe put the Lightning over the top as the best destroyer at Tier 7. Now, what do you have at Tier 7? You've got an incredible gunboat at one end of the scale in the Akizuki. Uh, I think we all know that you've got the Udachi at the other end, a premium torpedo boat. Also, really awesome. You've got some well balanced destroyers in the middle, like the Fletcher and the Tashkent. But I think the Lightning is the best of them all, top of the heap when it all comes down to it. One caveat, one Achilles heel, we'll get into that. Speaking of one, we got one of the new spotting ribbons for spotting the Leon. In a minute here, I'm going to turn and send 4 torpedoes in the general direction of the Leon. My thought being when I start to cap, if they decide to blunder into the cap, perhaps they will blunder into some of these torpedoes. Another ship popped up there, a cruiser. I believe that is an Atlanta radar cruiser, very dangerous. I'm sure everybody knows that. We're going to proceed into Charlie relatively unopposed. My new skill is kind of showing. Pardon the train whistle in the background. My email is getting blown up with rather unimportant bureaucratic items. All right. There is the indicator on the new Perceptive Skill. It looks exactly like the indicator on Twist and Track. If you are unfamiliar with the new Perceptive Skill, it reduces your damage and it makes spotting enemy torpedoes easier. Both, I want to say, for this commander at level 16, legendary level 3 at 5%. There you can see we threw up a smoke screen and shot down 4 of the enemy Lexington's air group. We are lobbing some shots at the Suzuya, but since there are 2 Richelieus entering the screen, those guys are going to handle my light work. I am going to chill out in the smoke screen and cap out Charlie. We are going to hang out here a little longer, mostly because there's an Atlanta to shoot at. The Atlanta did launch torpedoes, however, from 8 kilometers or so away. The spread on them is so wide that we can remain full broadside to the Atlanta, toss up another smoke there to stay hidden. That the torpedoes will miss us. Well, you can use your radar, Atlanta, but you got bigger problems than me right now, like 2 Richelieus. So enjoy that. Enjoy that. All right, there go the torpedoes, and there goes the Atlanta. And there's Leon over there still. That Leon is damaged. He's going to be heavily damaged in a minute by one of the Richelieus. And soon he will be dead, leaving no enemies to our knowledge over by the Charlie Cap. All right, so just checking the score screen or the roster map or whatever you want to call it. We are going to bail out of Charlie and head towards Bravo. I want to warn you ahead of time, there are some prodigious jump cuts in this footage simply because the Lightning's Achilles heel is it is not a very fast destroyer. It doesn't have the propulsion mod, it doesn't have access to speed boost. Maximum speed of the fully kitted out Lightning with Tier Wit Commander and the skill choices I've made available after the match for your viewing pleasure. And the speed boost flag is just 37.1 knots. So I want to say I think there's a Russian Tier 3 destroyer that goes faster than 37.1 knots. So it is not a very fast destroyer. And so that is the one thing in a map like this with the caps spaced very far apart, you've got to really concentrate on where you want to go in the ship because you don't have the ability to make up for going in the wrong direction or making a tactical error in where you want to be on the battlefield. All right, so spoiler alert, we're not going to get over into alpha at any point during this match. All right, so my twist and track is still out there. The Lexington HE bombs are still out there. A lot of ships out there. Scharnhorst is almost dead. He's out of our torpedo range. There is another ship out there based on my twist and track, and there are his torpedoes. It is the Tashkent. His torpedoes weren't much better than the Atlanta's. Easily dodged them. And I am going to send all of the torpedoes towards the Tashkent after pointing him out for my teammates. The Tashkent is one of the destroyers that I think might be able to beat me in a gunfight. I want to say I believe the Tashkent does have a little bit of heavier armor, if I'm remembering correctly. And a full health Tashkent against a full health Lightning, that might be a tough one. All right, so there's our jump cut, just in time to see us shoot down another airplane. Another jump cut, just in time to see us shoot down another airplane. We're up to 6 airplanes shot down. And I essentially decided I didn't want to go into Bravo and waste all my health fighting a Tashkent because at that time the two Richelieus were still over in Charlie. So I saw the aircraft emanating from behind this island and decided to take a detour over here. Seven airplanes shot down. Ah, 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 ah. I love to count. All right, so yep, don't do this. Don't go carrier hunting. There's our spotted badge. There is the Lexington. Initially, I'm going to have a lot of success with these 120s HE shells. I am going to send one rack. Don't shoot them all at once, folks. That applies to more than just World of Warships. All right, we're getting a lot of HE pens here. I'm pretty happy. We set them on fire. We're continuing to shoot down airplanes. Look at all those pens. Life is great. And then all of a sudden at this angle here, after we get it through on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 airplanes shot down. Good grief. It's like kicking a beehive. All of a sudden, all those pens turn into shatters. And yes, we are still shooting down airplanes, but we are not having any success with our guns. I think that's 14 consecutive shatters. Thankfully, we launched our torpedoes. We do have success with that. Devastating strike. We get the kill on the Lexington. Yes, I am that kind of guy. Have a couple extra HE shells, Mr. Lexington. 19 airplanes shot down so far in the match. There is the enemy Tashkent. We had to jump cut again because let's be honest, it took a while to get back from our trip to the island. All right, we are doing two things here. We're scoping out the Tashkent, who is hidden behind an island. I'm also scoping out the friendly Richelieu. And here's something to think about if you're a DD main or destroyer player late in the match. If you have the ability to get next to a low health friendly battleship, do it. I drop all of my torpedoes to where I hope the Tashkent will go. I still can't shoot at him. He's behind an island. And then I am going to, after confirming that I can't shoot at him, I am going to do a drive-by of the friendly Richelieu. And if he has will to rebuild, I'm hoping he got some hit points back out of my visit to him. So we're well within range. If he has will to rebuild and he is below the health margin, he should be getting health back right now. We do kill the Tashkent. Look at that. We didn't even have to shoot at him. Second kill. We do that drive-by. The Richelieu's like, hey, I need intelligence data. Yeah, no kidding. All right, so there is the Jean Bart. Neither of us can shoot at him because the island is in the way. But if you look, our perceptive indicator is telling us there is another ship out there somewhere. And in a minute here, when we get around the corner of the island, as we are entering Bravo, we will see that other enemy battleship. And killing the Tashkent gave us a one ship lead, and we are up by about 190 points. There's the enemy ship, a Scharnhorst. I'm just going to lob a couple torpedoes at him. I'll be honest. Uh, I didn't really want to kill pinch this guy, so I'm not really motivated on going after him. And I can't explain why, but you can see I'm aimed at him, I'm fully loaded, and ordinarily I would have already shot at him, wouldn't have been moving my gun sight around. But here I'm holding and then I'm shooting. I'm still shooting, but very deliberate shots as opposed to just cranking out the HE as quickly as I can. So the Shikaku on our team takes out the battleship there, and we are backing up to get torpedoes out on the Jean Bart. By the way, incidentally, I know I talked over it. We did capture Bravo. We have what I consider a generally insurmountable 200-point lead, and there it is. The 20th shot down ribbon and the new Clear Sky medal. Yes, sir. That is another great thing about the Lightning. It's AA Suite. I am not running any AA mod in Mod Slot 1 or Mod Slot 4. I am not running the AA skill on the Tier 1 build. Here I make a mistake. I shot at the Jean Bart and became visible to him, probably the airplane, or that's not his airplane. Visible to him just because I'm shooting in smoke. And he did smack me pretty good. However, it was not good enough. I am going to be able to maneuver around this island to hide from the Jean Bart. One of our torpedoes started a flood. He cannot stop it. He burned his damage con, and there's no way for him to get those hit points back. So we're just going to hang out here, hit our sonar, and watch him bleed out. There's the Lightning, in my opinion, the best destroyer, regardless of the kind of destroyer play you need at Tier 7. Here's the victory screen, over 92,000 damage. We got a devastating strike, that nuclear sky medal, 6 torpedo strikes, 3 big kills, and 20 airplane shot down ribbon. And there we are at the top of the board, 29.95 in the win with the Lightning. Yes, I'm taking the screenshot because my mother once told me, you will never make anything of yourself. And I want to show you, Mom, I am a big star as evidenced at the top of the board. All right, so we're going to go here into the port in a minute. I'm going to show you the commander build and the skill selection. That's all well and good. I know you may not enjoy Lightning back to back in the same week, but I want to say I'm doing some other destroyer back to back in the same way. I just did the Laterable back to back. I really want to get this out because of the new skill. There it is, Perceptive. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. See you next time.